Hey, this is Charles 9mm, and I got great stuff to show you today. We are actually at Briar Works in Nashville, Tennessee. This is a great opportunity to see one of the first, if not the first, pipe manufacturer in the United States in 50 years. So this is great. We're going to take a look around and meet everybody here, and stick with us. Thanks. I'd like to introduce you to Todd Johnson. He is the CEO of Briar Works, and they are a manufacturer of some fine pipes here in Nashville, Tennessee. Todd, thank you for this opportunity for us to meet with you today and to see your great factory. You've been here a couple of years now, right?
We've been here as Briar Works for about 2.5 years, I guess, and we've had a studio making handmade pipes in this space for around 8 years, I believe.
Okay, and so this grew into a manufacturing process?
It did. It started out as a sort of a collective space for a group of artisans to make handmade pipes. And as they went on to do different things, it ended up with just Pete Prevost and myself. And I guess about 3 years ago, we started to develop this idea that we wanted to create handmade style and quality pipes in larger quantities, so that basically anybody with a pipe budget could afford a really finely made pipe.
And we see some beautiful things too. We're going to take a look at those today. I'm really excited about this. Can we also meet Pete?
Absolutely.
Hey Pete, how you doing?
How you doing?
Hey Pete, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Pete Prevost, and I've been a handmade pipe maker for about 8 years. I learned from Todd and a few other really great handmade pipe makers. And I was a full-time musician for several years, touring and out playing shows. And at one point, Todd kind of came to me and said, "All right, I'm thinking about starting a line of factory pipes, and I want you to be a part of that." And so, for the past few years, however long it's been now, we've been kind of putting that together and working really hard to get that going. So here we are now. We're a full-on factory in the U.S. making, thousands of pipes a year. So
That's great, Pete. Great to meet you. Hey, how about we go take a look around?
all right.
Well,
Kind of after hours.
well, here we are in the studio. Todd, can you kind of tell us what you do in this area?
Yeah, so we have a number of really talented pipe makers that work here at Briar Works, and Pete and I do all of our handmade work here, and then when the guys aren't working on the factory side, they have full access to this facility and all the resources that we have here from a production standpoint. And oftentimes we'll work until 5, and then everybody convenes over here and we start working on our handmade stuff. So
Fantastic.
these are our individual workspaces.
So these are your own little pieces of artwork.
They are. Yeah.
They're going to be more of the custom stuff.
Yeah, and actually we also use this as sort of the design studio for all the pipes that end up in our BriarWorks signature line, our Neptune line, our Icarus line, and every one of them starts as a handmade model, and this is where we typically produce the models, because this space is set up to do individual, unique, one-off pipes, and every shape that comes to BriarWorks starts as a handmade pipe that is made either by Pete or myself, and all of that work takes place here. No need to do that.
Oh, this is a fantastic workspace here. Todd, you were telling me this. You've got quite a bit of machinery. You've got lathes. You've got a buffing cell.
Yeah, well,
these
are all of these motors are sort of purpose specific and at dedicated speeds, whereas on the factory side, all of the motors are adjustable speeds so that we can do different operations in individual work cells, so that everybody has all of these motor speeds at one individual station.
Fantastic. And on this side?
Yeah, so we have 3 sizes of lathes over here on this side. This is kind of the workhorse that we do all of our drilling and stem work on. This is more of a stem lathe, and then this we pretty much just do all of our tenons on, because we do Delrin tenons on all of our handmade pipes, and we also have taken that to the factory pipes as well. So
Very good. Okay, what do you have? Okay, what do you have here, Todd?
So this is the wood that we use for our handmade pipes, and this is a bin of mine. This all comes from Mimo, Romeo Domenico, otherwise known as Mimo Briar. And if you're a pipe geek, you know that name.
Fantastic.
So I go and hand select all of this in Italy once a year. I go and pick about 100 or 150 pieces and
Wow.
Bring them back. So all Briar, crosscut, and plateau, and Mimo's highest quality.
And then you've got a lot of accent materials as well.
Yeah, so all of the stuff here is antique Bakelite, and they stopped producing it in about the 30s or 40s, I believe.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful material and a pain to work with, but I sort of consider it a worthy adversary. And
Fantastic.
so we do ivory and bamboo, a few different exotic hardwoods. This is all boxwood and in raw form. You can buy turning stock, but we prefer to have sort of natural boxwood in different shapes and diameters. Yeah.
Very exciting. Be fun to see this all turn into a pipe. Okay, Todd, what are we looking at right here?
So this is actually the factory side of the shop, and if you point the camera this way, this is sort of Area 51. Nobody goes in or comes out, so the pipes come out to this area, and then you can see again we have a production lathe over here, and all of the facing of shanks and cutting of embellishments and tenon work and so forth happens here at this lathe. And we try and set it up so that every individual only works on a given task for about 90 minutes, because that otherwise it gets tedious and the work suffers and they suffer. So everybody has individual work cells. All of their stuff is color coded, so they all know what belongs with them. Everyone has a porcupine that pipes go on, and they are sort of responsible for taking those pipes through from start to finish. So there is a good bit of work that has to be done, just sort of mass production in terms of mouthpieces and so forth, but every individual is responsible for their own work. So they actually get to carry a pipe through from start to finish. So you can see these are basically the work cells and the stations. This is more of Area 51. Nobody goes up there or comes
We won't
down.
be going up there, but we are intrigued.
Yeah, and then this is another lathe that we use for several very specific purposes. So we've got two on this side, and then if we just walk this way, this is where a number of our folks have lockers. We've got kitchen and bathroom back there, and then you can see sort of a broad shot looking back of the space. So this is the main production floor, and then I think what we're going to do now is take you into the clean room. So everything that comes out of here goes into the clean room, and that's where final inspection is done, where everything is stamped, already polished, and just given a once over to make sure that everything is right. Clear out the airways, run a pipe cleaner through it, bowl coating, and do all the QC work in the clean room.
Okay, Todd, where are we right now?
So this is the clean room, and the only things that really get done in here are bowl coating and QC.
Okay.
So we work on purchase orders. So what we typically do is we produce against a PO, and then we will fill the PO on this table, and then everything will be marked entered into inventory, bagged, and shipped. So we work a little bit differently than most factories. We carry almost no finished inventory.
Really?
We took about 800 pieces to
Wow.
Chicago, and this is, I think, most of what we have left from the show, which was only a week and a half ago.
You have a very distinct look. Your pipes are unique. You can almost see a BriarWorks pipe, an Icarus or a Neptune across the room because it has a certain look to it.
Yeah, and these are based on handmade style shapes, which I've been making pipes by hand as my sole source of income for over 15 years now. And here's an example of a pipe that's this is actually a reverse calabash.
Very nice.
And this is one that that I actually made by hand, and we've put that into full production. And I think for an actual traditional style pipe, this is perhaps the first or maybe the second time that it's ever been attempted as a reverse calabash. So
Very exciting and historical.
yeah,
Very nice.
I think there's another product that's sort of like a cigar that's a reverse calabash, and then I believe there's an Arrow billiard, which I think is produced by Radice. That's also a reverse calabash, but it's a really interesting type of smoking experience, and we wanted to be able to offer that to a large contingent of the smokers around the world. So
That's fantastic.
but yeah, the reason that they look unique is that the first one was unique. It was hand-shaped. And completely finished by hand, and then all of the rest of them conform to those precise dimensions and tolerances.
Wow, that's very nice. Yeah, thank you for showing us this room.
Yeah.
What exciting to be in this room and seeing these these pipes. Each one of them a work of art. Well, this is the pipe that I'm walking away with today. It is kind of a bent apple.
Bent egg. Yeah.
Bent egg, yeah, and a bent egg, and just a beautiful pipe, and it's going to be really hard for you to see down in there, but the smoke hole and the tobacco chamber, the alignment is just beautiful. It's amazing to even think that this is a production made pipe. And looking at the quality of the sandblast, you would think that this was handmade throughout the whole process, but in fact, this is a very affordably priced pipe, and it's just amazing quality, and it's so light too. I really love it. Can't wait to smoke it, guys. I really appreciate this, and I think you should really look into the BriarWorks pipes. The Icarus and the Neptune brands are widely available on the internet, and there's some local tobacconists that carry it as well. You might want to contact them to find out who in your area can get that pipe for you. I think you'd be very happy. Okay, well, let's take a little more look around, and hopefully we'll get out of your hair. Well, this is the first on Charles 9mm. We're actually going to see the launch of a new product from BriarWorks, and Pete's going to tell us all about it.
Yeah. So this is a new line that we just came out with called BriarWorks Classic. And the idea behind this is to offer simple, classic English shapes in a price point that a lot of people getting into pipes that haven't purchased pipes before are really comfortable to buy a pipe in. This light blast billiard with an embellishment and a nice black mouthpiece is a $79 pipe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and the idea behind it, once again, is just to get guys and girls into pipes and find a pipe for $79 or $99 that they can smoke and that will smoke really well, is engineered just like any of our other pipes. And then they'll start to learn more about our other products. And as they kind of grow into pipe collecting, they can kind of move up and then get an Icarus and a Neptune and a BriarWorks signature. And so there you have it.
Pete, if I paid $79 for this pipe, I would feel like I was shoplifting. I mean, this
Yeah,
is
you
a
almost would be.
beautiful
This
pipe. I
is-
mean, I've seen used pipes on eBay that weren't as nice as this, that for much more than $79.
Right.
If you can get a BriarWorks pipe for $79, I would suggest you do it, because you are, it is worth much more than that. That's amazing. So you saw it here first on Charles 9mm. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, this has been a great day here at BriarWorks, and meeting everybody and seeing this great company and all the wonderful pipes they make. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you being kind and your hospitality and having us out to look at your facility. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
And we hope to see you again. Check out BriarWorks. I think you're going to be really happy with your purchase if you get anything from these guys. They're artists. They're true engineers of this hobby. And thank you again. Take
Thanks,
care.
guys.
Bye bye.
Thank you all.